POTUS. You can't do that. You can't compete with POTUS. But I'm here just to be faithful, guys. Love by the rock and roll. I wish that you were holding me, but I've only memories to wrap around my mind. Press close to some stranger. Don't I wish it were your breath I could feel? But I just imagine that it's you. Welcome in. He's probably way more interesting than me, you know, Donald J. Trump, probably way more interested than I am. But we're going to be here, we're going to do our thing, we're going to show up, because showing up is 9/10 of the battle in anything that we're doing to change the world, change our lives. I'll give you a couple more seconds and then we're just going to dive right in and do our thing. Maybe I'll just make it short today so you can check out what's happening at the White House. But in any event, I just want to let you know that the number one thing that happens when you determine to show up is that the heavens open. When you determine, as somebody who has been ruled and reigned by fear and anxiety and old thinking and losing mentality. Okay, wait, Robert, check out the bridge. Okay, that's just my favorite part. The number one thing that we need to do is determine how it's going to go. It's setting the tone of what we decided is going to be the outcome. I can't tell you how many times in my most broken state I said, God, you said that you came to give me life and life abundantly. That's what I'm going for. I don't know where the issue is. I don't know why I'm in so much pain. I don't understand that. I'm mystified by my own crisis, my own circle around the toilet bowl, my own shame. I'm completely mystified. But I do know you said something. And that's where I'm banking. That's where I'm putting my investment. I'm putting my investment in what you said I could have. And I'm not stopping until I get there. So whatever you have to do in me to get me to that place, I'm in. That's the showing up. That's the I'm in of this process. There's no backing out for me. I don't have a plan B. I don't have another way that my life's going to be evaluated. It's either he is everything he says he is, or I'm screwed. That's the reality of how I have chosen to live. That what he says is what I'm pushing all my chips into. My purpose, my destiny, my hope, my risk is all pushed. All of the chips of everything yes, you too. It's A or bust. That's right. It's all being pushed to the center of the table. And I'm determined that if I don't yet see, this is Underneath the Streets from my album Good Woman. In 7, just so you know, writing a song in 7. In any event, it's important that we basically shut the door behind us and say, I am not going back to that. I am not going back to that intimidated, scared, small little world where I only succeeded if all the safety pieces were in place and I could check the boxes of what I could control and minimize my risk and minimize my vulnerabilities. I lived in that world, and I lived in that world where I was only safe if it all lined up. There came a time when I said, I can't afford this anymore. And no matter what else is going on, I'm pushing my chips all the way in. That's right, Robert. All the way in and saying, I don't have a plan B. This is it. I am determined that whatever it costs me, I will fulfill the destiny God put in my heart. I will be free. I will walk in abundance. I will do what he's called me to do. I will not stand before him embarrassed that I wasted my life and resources well, on fear and shame and disappointment, betrayal, bitterness. I cannot afford that kind of investment of my life energy. I've got to invest it all in the reality of what he said I can have, even if it feels so far away that I can't even touch it. And then you begin to learn that that's right, doubling down, that's right, Oregon Patriot. You begin to learn that the more you invest in your own healing and wholeness, the more returns there are, and how you get more and more coming back to you, casting your bread upon the waters and it surely comes back to you. Or you invest in the kingdom of heaven and it comes down, pressed down, shaken, put together. That has a lot to do with investing in others, but it also has to do with investing in our capacity for freedom and healing and growth. And saying, whatever's defined me for the last 50 years, it's not defining me now. I have to believe, I choose to believe, but ultimately, in order to be true to what the gospel says, I've got to go both all the way in to what God is saying, and investing in that and choosing to trust in that. You know, I prayed a very scary prayer a couple of decades ago. I said, Lord, shock me now. I don't want to be shocked in eternity. Shock me now. If what I'm investing in, what I'm believing, how I'm living will not stand the test before you, I don't want to live like that. Don't leave me where I am. Whatever you have to do in order to set me free and get me there, and whatever I have to learn to do to walk with you, that's my choice. That's my thing. That's my deal. And there were a few moments along the way when it meant the jumping off of a bridge, the level of vulnerability. I think the biggest one for me ever was having to go to my husband and unzip this most intimate part of my soul and go, I've never told you this. I've never said this. I've never really let you know what's in here. And because I thought it would hurt him, it wasn't easy, but because I thought it would hurt him, I was in this thing where I would live a different life because I didn't want to hurt another person. Is that where you are? Are you afraid that if you were really true, really honest, really confrontive, that you really spoke the truth, that you'd be responsible for crushing and hurting another person, so you don't want to do that? Sometimes our fear is about that and not just about us getting hurt. It's about if I was really real, if I'm really who I am, if I really feel, hey JC, if I really say what I'm thinking, what I'm struggling with in this marriage, in this business agreement, in this church, if I really said the truth out of reality, not out of vindictiveness. Sure, there might be bitterness, sure, there might be anger, but if I really spoke the truth in love, even if it was painful, about it, what it's like to be me and what I see and what I struggle with. I can't do that, it'll hurt people. I can't do that, then maybe I'll get hurt. Maybe I'll get rejected, right? Well, I'm just telling you, it got to the point where the Lord said to me, you have to you can't have those secrets anymore. You can't carry that secret. I'm asking you to trust me and open up the most secret part of your heart. You think it might destroy, you think it might hurt, and yeah, it is painful. But my friends, secrets are corrupting of the soul. And it's the secrets that fuel fear. It's the things we think we can never say, we can never deal with, we can never talk to. The thing you don't want to say to your friend who hurt you, and you've tried to get over it on your own, but it's affected your friendship. And you don't really want to create a thing, but it's there and you know it's there, and it's calcifying in you. It's the thing that you are not telling your husband or wife about where you live, and maybe a hurt that you've carried about them or from someone else, and they're triggering it. Your purpose is not to be caustic and harmful to them, but the process might hurt for both of you. Maybe it's the reality of your Christian brothers and sisters and what's really happened there. Maybe it's the deepest reality of memories that are buried in you. We have to invest in the process of opening and being shaped. That's an investment of our time and energy to be free. And it's just as important as investing in time and energy in other people to be free. Because we will only bring people the freedom we carry. Yeah, the good thing is we get to introduce them to Jesus, to Yeshua, and he's the one who carries people all the way through, right? But in terms of what we reproduce and what we disciple in others, that is so much a product of what we carry and the level of freedom we've gotten to, the level of honesty, the level of vulnerability, the risk-taking. And all we need to continue to invest, not only in the kingdom of heaven as an idea in the earth, but the kingdom of heaven inside ourselves where we're not being honest with ourselves and other people. I had to say to a friend, that I absolutely love, she said something that really hurt me. And 2 years later, even though I said, Lord, I forgive her, I don't think she meant to do it. There are times when you can forgive somebody, because we always need to do that. And it just sort of takes care of itself when you said, but if it doesn't, if your choice to forgive has still left you with something unsaid, that you need to not ignore that. You need to set that boundary. So I had to go and I had to say, I love you and I don't think you meant to hurt me. But 2 years ago when you said this, it hurt me. And I even led with, I think I might have said something that was just, distasteful to you, or set the plate for this, teed the ball up maybe for your response. And I'd like you to release me from, if I've hurt you, I'd like to be forgiven by you, but I need to say that exchange hurt me and I just don't want that between us. And it broke, but I carried it for 2 years. I was afraid I'd hurt her. I was afraid maybe I should just be good enough to just forgive and forget. And of course we do forgive, and the forgiveness and the healing comes. But if there's a remainder thing, God will let you know, because you just won't be able, it's not finished until it's spoken to. That's an investment in your new mindset, in your new way of thinking, your new showing up, your new taking care of business, your new refusal to be intimidated and small and stepped on, and saying, no, I speak out of value. I speak out of value for both me and those around us. And so, welcome, Barry, Alex. We here mentor daily on the life skill of fear-free living. It's a learned thing. Living fear-free is learned. All these things are learned. So you get, when you know that, you can give yourself a break for being in a learning process. You can say, well, did you ride your bike the first time? Or were you wobbly? Did you get up on water skis the first time? That one takes some repetitive. You got to learn body memories, right, for trying new things. And I think there are actually body memories for fear-free living. I think there are body memories that we learn by surviving anxious situations, by confronting things and going, I'm okay, by tolerating discomfort for a longer period of time than we have before, and learning the skill of what to do with those feelings while you do not give them the microphone. Those create new body memories of confidence, and body memories and things in your inner being that say, you're okay, you're going to survive this, you don't have to hide anymore, you don't have to fear the rejection anymore, we're in a new place, right? You want to create those body memories so you have something to go back to, like when you ride a bike. Once you learn it, pretty much you can go back and do it, assuming there's no other physical impairment, right? There are things that you learn that become engraved in your brain and in your body that you can just go back and do. Maybe not as easily if it's been a while, but it's there, and that's what we're doing. We are giving ourselves those internal, emotional, spiritual body memories for the new thing, and that requires investment. I think that's pretty much what I wanted to say to you, but I wanted today, so you can get on with the president, but I wanted to let you know something because I did something because my husband said, Julie, it's time. I want you to do the following thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to my husband. And I got a Subscribestar account. So, what does that mean to you? Okay. On Subscribestar, here's what you can do. First of all, for $5 a month, you want to just support the show. You're dipping in. You're realizing that fear-free living is not only for somebody else, it's for you, and you just want to do something positive. Hey, or you can go up to $10 a month and you get some gifts and stuff, and you're really finding that my value here today is worth a lot of money. My value on a daily basis to you, changing you, is worth a lot of money and saved you a lot of therapy. You might want to consider investing, but let me tell you what else is on here that I'm really excited about. If you do the next tier, you can be in an exclusive group class with me every month and receive personalized mentoring and encouragement and training in fear-free living, plus some gifts here. Or you can go up one more and be in a very small elite group of people to develop an intimate mentoring situation. And at the top level, we can do one-on-one monthly coaching. How would you feel about that? What kind of investment would that mean to you? I'm not talking about therapy. I'm not a therapist. And I'm not your basic life coach. I'm carrying prophetic anointing, and I've been speaking into your life. Maybe you want that monthly jumpstart of a one-on-one to help you be really productive because there's no stopping you. Maybe you're ready for a really intimate little group that's going to now become your pod for the I won't stop until I'm utterly free calling on your life. Or maybe you want to be in a little bit of a larger group experience with me. If you're interested, you can go to subscribestar.com and just search for Julie Lavender. I'm right there, and you can we can put together some ways we can connect, and you can invest in your own growth, but differently than being in a sort of a regular, situation where you're investing hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, that kind of thing. I like to see people get free. I like to see people get jump started, not to become dependent on a particular guru, but to become dependent on the reality of heaven and what it takes to invest in seeing that manifest in your life. You want to always be thinking of the investment and how valuable you are to invest energy in getting free after all the years where stuff was poured into you that taught you to be so afraid, right? And intimidated. You can invest in so many different ways, and you might want to check out the Subscribestar thing. And see what's available to you, and see unique ways that we can connect more personally and help you get to the play, really break through and move on. That's a new thing. And I did it, honey. I did what you said. I did the Subscribestar thing, so check it out. And no matter what, I will be here with you Monday through Friday, 1:15 when Dilly's done here on Periscope and others. Thank you, Amy Messner, subscribestar.com. That is so cool. And again, I love contributing. I had a higher power tell me it was time for me to dare to ask for people who want to invest in themselves and in what we do here to step up and give them that opportunity. So I obeyed my husband. And it's out there for you guys. So now, do something that scares you. Is it a little scary for you to think about being a little bit more personally vulnerable with somebody like me? If not me, maybe there's someone else in your life you need to be a little bit more transparent with. Somebody you need to get on your team to help you not be a weenie and really show up. We can do that together, but keep your eyes open. God's going to bring a lot of people into your life. They're going to help you avoid weenie status by showing up, right? No more snowflakes. All right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow.